Hi, my name is Kelly and today we're going to be going through a 30-minute dynamic yoga stretch. So getting a bit of everything going and moving in the body and stretching today. We're going to start from seated. So wherever you are, just sit comfortably, cross-legged, or if you want to sit onto your knees, you can sit onto your knees. And then just placing the palms downwards if you feel like you need a little bit of grounding, or having the palms facing up if you are looking to receive today. And then from here, just closing the eyes. And just starting to take some nice, slow, deep breaths down into the base of the belly. With each breath that you take, just allowing the outside world to fade away and just bringing your attention to your internal world. Starting to focus on the breath. And as you breathe, allowing the shoulders to soften and relax. The spine is straight, belly button drawn in, chin parallel with the floor. As you breathe, allowing the face to soften, relaxing the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. And then inhaling, lifting the shoulders up by the ears, and exhaling, dropping back and down. And again, inhaling up by the ears, exhaling back and down. From here, dropping the chin down to the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then chin goes up to the sky. Back down to center, tilt the head to the right shoulder and to the left. Back to the right and to the left. And semicircular neck rolls, dropping the head down, rotating around to the right shoulder, stopping at that shoulder, and then chin comes back down, slowly rotating around to the left. You can get quite tense and tight neck, so I'm spending a lot of time at the computer, craning the head forward, so it's important to release any tension here through the neck to stop us getting tension headaches, any sort of stress-related neck, back and shoulder ache. And we'll bring it back up into center. And again, taking the chin up to the sky. And back down to center. Very slowly, just bringing the hands down to the floor and starting to walk the fingertips away. Chin comes down. And then walking the hands to the left. Placing the right hand on top of the left and just taking a little twist under the left shoulder. Round to the right. And slowly back into centre, pushing yourself up to seated. Hands coming behind the back, onto the fingertips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as the chin goes up to the sky. Back down to centre. Just bringing the hands in front of you. Taking the hands up above us. We're going to bring the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind us. Taking a gentle twist here as you look over the left shoulder. Back up to centre. And left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. And back to centre. Taking the right leg and just turning it the opposite way, or flipping it so that the foot's to the back. Left hand behind you, right hand reaches up, push the hips forward as much as you can, and just let that right arm drop open behind you so you feel a stretch through the front and the side of the body. Slowly down, rotating over the right leg. Both hands come to the knee and to the foot. Take another little twist. Back to centre, flipping the legs the other way. Right hand behind you, left hand reaches up, pushing the hips forward, and then just let that left hand reach up and over behind you. Again, a nice stretch through the front and the side of the body. Slowly back down here, over the left leg, taking that little twist. Back around to centre, bringing both legs out in front of you, reaching the hands up above, and then just a gentle forward fold, reaching towards the toes. Now we're not really stretching here because we haven't warmed up too much, but just let the head relax. You don't even have to be touching your toes here. You can have the hands resting on the shins. Slowly coming back up, cross the legs, come onto the hands and knees here. And just taking some cat-cow, so arching the back, lifting the head up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then chin to chest, round the back. A couple more of these. So starting to inhale as you bring the head up. Exhale as chin goes to chest. And again. Chin to chest. Coming back into centre here. And just starting to make clockwise circles over the wrists. Warming the wrists up. So draw that belly button into the spine. And go the opposite way. Should really start to feel it through the hands here as you're rotating. Feeling the hands and the wrists, the fingers. And back to centre. Draw the belly button into the spine, start to reach over the wrists. Into centre. Right hand goes all the way clockwise, so the little fingers facing inwards. Left hand goes anti-clockwise. Draw the belly button in, slightly round back, lean back. So you're stretching out through the forearms. And then one at a time, flip the hands, so the back of the hand comes down. And start to move little fists with the hand. You can do one at a time if it feels uncomfortable. And then hands come back flat down, shoulders over the wrists, tuck the toes, push back, and just let the head relax. So you should be feeling a stretch through the toes and through the arch of the foot here. And slowly taking the knees off, bum up to the sky. Straighten the legs, heels to the ground. Into your downward dog. Now thinking just a little bit about your shoulders here. Do you feel that the shoulders are squished up by your neck? Can you externally rotate the shoulders and create a little bit of space in between them there and the neck? So you're starting to switch on through the arms. And then squeeze the thighs, lift the kneecaps up and let the heels drop down to the ground. And just beginning to bend the knee one at a time. And then you can make it into little twists here. So looking under one shoulder and then the other. Good, and back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming over to your high plank as you inhale. Holding the hair as you exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale to the outside of the right hand. Lift the head up and just starting to move into the hips here. Breathe. You can rotate through the back of the balls of the back foot, sorry. And then inhale that leg back up to the sky. Exhale it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale to the outside of the left hand. Starting to wiggle into the hips here on the balls of that foot. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lowering all the way to the ground, slowly bending your elbows backwards. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down, just drop the chin, so the forehead to the floor. Take a moment here. Inhale, back up to cobra. Exhale, slowly down. Tuck the toes here. Inhale, lift the chest up, squeeze the core, push back up to a high plank. Exhale. Looking at the hands, start to walk the feet up towards the hands, keeping the legs straight. So go nice and slowly, 1 foot at a time, bringing it as close as you can to the toe, the fingers, sorry. And then when you can't go any closer, you can bend the knees a little bit and drop the body here. Now reaching the fingertips towards the floor, just bending one knee at a time. And then coming back to our static forward fold here. You can bring the feet just a little bit closer, fingertips are going underneath the toes. Drop the head. And then if this is too much for you here, just bend your knees so you can see I've got my chest quite close to my thighs. But you can start to box the elbows out to the side, bringing the head closer to the knees. Gently release. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale down to center. Good. Taking the hands, I want to face you so you can see me, but taking the hands up above you, we're going to start to bring the right elbow to the right knee. So shift the weight to the left leg. Now slowly bringing right knee to the right elbow. And hold it here. I want you to try and open that right knee to the side so you feel like you're squashed against a window here, flat. Slowly release. Same thing the other side, shift the weight to the right leg. Hold. Back up. Good. Bring the right elbow to the right knee. Take it back up, don't let the foot touch the floor and take it behind you. Bring the arms down into cactus and lower down here, bending the knees. Hands come together in prayer. Start to rotate more over that left shoulder. Back to center, take the hands back up. Good, same thing other side. Left knee to left elbow. Nice and controlled here, taking it back up, don't let the foot touch the floor, taking the left leg behind you. Arms coming into cactus, lowering into a little squat. Hands come to center, rotating over the right side, taking that twist. Back to center, slowly release, hands come back up, and forward fold. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale down into center, good. And again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold. Take it back up. Drop that leg down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold. Take it back up. Down. Good. Roll to high plank. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Right leg goes up to the sky. Exhale. Knee to right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, back up. Dropping it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Hold. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, knee to the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale, up to the sky. Dropping it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, drop the knee down. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back up. Dropping it down. Roll to your high plank. Slowly lowering down to the ground. Inhale up to cobra. Squeeze those elbows into the side. Exhale, child's pose. Slowly starting to rise up onto the knees. Good, give the shoulders a little roll. Back to your high plank. Inhale, right leg off the floor. Squeeze the bum. Push it into the hands so that you're slightly rounding that upper back. Dropping it down. Inhale, left leg up. Push into the hands. Drop it down. Good. We're going to drop to the knees here. Bend the elbows backwards, lowering all the way down to the ground. Arms come out either side of you into a T shape. Bending the right knee up. We're going to start to take that right knee behind us. And the foot comes flat to the ground. If you want here, you can start to bend the left knee up as well. Both knees flat. You're trying to keep both hands onto the floor, palms facing down. And then slowly lower down, back to the floor. Left leg comes up, goes behind you. Right knee bends. And slowly lower it down. Good. Keep the elbows squeezed into the side by your armpits. Push the tops of the feet into the floor. We're going to inhale, lift up to upward facing dog. So squeeze the thighs. You see how my thighs are off the ground. I'm really pushing into the tops of the toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Start to lift the head up. Drop to the knees, taking a child's pose with knees together so that the back is nice and rounded. Big breath in and out. And again, a big breath in and out. Roll back to your hands and knees. Tuck the toes, push back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring the right leg in front of the left leg and start to swivel the heels down to the right. Left hand goes up to the sky. We're going to do a little bit like we did before with the elbow, the knees together. Start to bend the knees, bring the left elbow towards the right knee. Let the bum touch the floor and shoot up and over. As if you're almost trying to reach that left hand to the ground. And again, squeeze the elbow to the knee and shoot back up. Good, high plank. Uncross the legs. Left leg goes over the right leg. Swivel the heels to the left. Right hand reaches up. Then slowly bend the knees, right elbow to left knee. Shoot back up. See how I'm extending and reaching my side body. Down. Good. Back up. And again. Reaching back over. Good. Back to your high plank. Uncross the legs. Walk the feet, so push back to downward facing dog, then walk the feet in about a foot's length. From here, slowly starting to walk the right hand back. See if you can grab onto the right leg, so maybe your shin, the back of the knee, the thigh, wherever works for you. Shift the weight to the right foot and the left hand, and left leg slowly starts to come off the ground. Now you can keep it really low, you can just touch the toe up and down off the floor if you feel more safe there. Or if you want to start to take it up. Find your balance. Point the toes, squeeze the thighs. Lower down. Good, release the right hand. Same thing, left side. Starting to walk that left hand back to the left leg. Shift the weight to the left foot and the right hand. Right leg begins to come up. Ooh, find your balance. Ooh, wobbling everywhere today. And then we'll bring it down. Probably a little bit more controlled and graceful than me today. And then push back to your downward facing dog. Good. Rolling to your high plank. So we're going to lower halfway. So take an inhale. Exhale halfway. Inhale back up. Exhale halfway. Inhale up. Exhale downward facing dog. Good. Looking at the hands, bend the knees. I want you to squat, hop behind the hands. Hands come together, push into each other. Starting to push the right elbow into the right leg, right knee, and taking a twist over the left shoulder. And then back to centre, left knee into the left elbow into the left knee, looking over the right shoulder. Good. Back to centre. I'm just going to face you and take a little twist here. So left hand comes to the right knee, right ankle, right hand reaches up, taking a twist. Slowly bring it down, right hand to the right, left knee, I'll speak today, and left arm up. Good, slowly bring it down. Arms come out in front of you. Now we're going to try and shift the weight and bring one leg out. Now if you've got a block, you might find that you can put a block under your heels, it will help you a little bit. Now if you're tight in the hips, you also might find this just a little bit challenging. So you're going to bring the arms out in front of you, shift the weight to the left leg. See if you can bring the right leg in front. Flex the toe, let's hold it here. For 3, 2, 1, bring it back in. Shift the weight to the right leg, taking it out, left leg. For 3, 2, 1, bring it back in, good. Hands come down to the floor, slowly start to take a forward fold, bring your palm up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind the back. And then let the hands drop over the head. Release your head, shake it yes, shake it no. Gently release down. Good. Come back to your squat. Turn back to the length of the mat, or if you're not already, into your high plank. Push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale to the left elbow. Hold, hold, hold. Back up. Dropping it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale to the nose. Inhale up. Exhale to the right elbow. Hold, hold, hold. Back up to the sky. Good. Back down into your downward facing dog. Dropping to the knees apart, feet together, taking a child's pose. Drop the head. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. Just taking another breath here. Slowly rising back up. Crossing the ankles, just coming to sit onto the bum. Hands out in front of you. Shift the weight onto your sitting bones. Bring the legs up into a tabletop here. If you want, you can stay here. If you want, you can go all the way straight legs. But squeeze the thighs, core out, core in. Sorry, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Cross the ankles. Hands come down, roll onto your head. Uncross the ankles, hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers. Let gravity do the work with the arms. Try not to let your whole body weight sink into the head, especially if you're on a hard floor. Try and use the arms just to take a little bit of pressure off the top of the head there. Gently release. Arms come down. Push your body back up. Good. Rising up onto the knees. Hands behind you, squeezing into your lower back, or just onto the top of the bum and the lower back. You squeeze the elbows in. Take the head back if it's comfortable. Keep the hips pushed forward as you come into a little back bend. Slowly rise up. Drop to your knees, taking a child's pose. Another breath here. And slowly rise back up onto your knees, cross the ankles. Oh, did that one there. Cross the ankles. Coming to lie down onto the ground. Lowering down. Taking the right leg, placing it over the left knee. Lift the legs up. Bring the hands through the space in between the thighs. Push the right elbow into the right thigh, pulling that leg back, so just working into the hips here. And we're going to swap sides. Left ankle, over the right knee. Pushing that left elbow into the left thigh. And from here we're going to be taking a reclined butterfly. So grabbing the feet, pulling them towards each other, and pulling your feet towards the body, opening the knees to the side, and release the legs up to the sky. See if you can grab onto the toes. If you can't, don't worry, you can use a strap or grab onto the shins or wherever, but you need to see if you can pull the legs a little bit closer towards you. Take an inhale, exhale, lift the head up. And again, another inhale here. And then exhale. Slowly drop the head back down. Good. Keeping the legs going up and back. You see if you can roll back into your shoulder stand. And if you don't have shoulder stand in your practice, then you can just keep the legs sitting up like this. Maybe put a block under your bum. But having the toes pointed towards you if you do. Or if you're in your shoulder stand, maybe you want to play around and see if you can reach the toes behind you to plough. Maybe you want to take the hands down to the mat as a little bit of counterweight. Sometimes people like to hold the mat. I quite like this one because it stretches out back of the hamstrings as well. And we're going to gently start to bring the legs back up to the sky. Then use using your core here, nice and slow, rolling down. Good, give yourself a hug. Bury the head in towards the knees. Head goes back. Hands come down flat to the floor. Knees are going to drop over to the right side. Slowly looking to the left. And then we're going to take them over to the left. And looking to the right. And bring it back into centre. Give yourself another little hug. And then gently, arms and legs come down as we go into Shavasana. So let the legs nice and wide, drop to the side, palms facing up. And closing the eyes. And let's start with 3 big deep inhales. And letting out the mouth. 2 more of these. Last big inhale. And letting it out. And just allowing the breath to go back to its normal rhythm. And taking a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sighing it out. And 1 more of these. Starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Moving the head side to side. Taking the arms out a little bit over the head. Nice little stretch. And then hug the knees in, give yourself a hug. See if you can grab the elbows on either side. Taking a little rock side to side. And very gently rolling to the right. From there, pushing yourself up to seated. Going to cross-legged. Hands together in front of the heart. And then before you begin the rest of your day, I would like you just to check in with the body and the mind. Just acknowledging how you're feeling. No judgment, no right or wrong. But just seeing how you feel. And we'll take another big deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And namaste. Thank you everyone. My name's been Kelly. I'll see you next week.